What do you think of all the check and pitch? Are you concerned that Cole is not going to be the same now because the spider tack's gone?
I don't know
What
how.
do you think of that with all the checking of the pitchers and stuff?
I'm a little concerned. I think they should have did it in the middle of the season, and I don't know what they were doing, and I don't understand this whole sticky thing, and I don't know to what degree, and it's sort of stupid that they're doing it now. Maybe these guys were abusing it. I don't know how bad it was, but I am a little concerned. I mean, they should have did it in the beginning of the year, not the middle of the year. MLB, they're always trying to be, slick. They always try to do things, but worry about the guys calling strikes. They can't even call a strike these days. Have you seen the strike zone?
I watched actually an Oriole-Blue Jay game yesterday. Jim Palmer nearly, wherever he was calling the game, I don't know if, I doubt he was in Buffalo where the Blue Jays are playing right now. I doubt if he was, he's probably in his house. He was ready to jump out and hit. There were two balls that were, two strikes that were called balls. I mean, obviously what happened to the Yankees in the last time they played the Red Sox in Yankee Stadium and Sunday Night Baseball was terrible. I don't know. It's obviously the job's more difficult to do. Certainly when they're now actually they threw out a pitcher for the first time.
Yeah,
did you see that?
Yeah.
The Mariners.
Yeah, the Mariners, right?
They said it was rosin.
Yeah.
And then rosin.
Hector Santiago was rosin in his glove.
Yeah, he said I only used rosin. I had it on the inside of my glove because it was really hot, and I didn't want the sweat dripping off my hand.
And how about Girardi using it against Scherzer in the middle of an inning?
Yeah. Well, Girardi's a little tightly wound.
That's one way of putting it.
You don't want to fight that dude. He will kick ass.
But Scherzer, though, is also someone you don't want to mess with.
Scherzer don't scare me. Girardi's a killer. He's a killer. That guy is tightly wound.
With his binder?
What?
With his binder? He's writing down
his
his
binder,
notes?
Yeah, his binder doesn't make him any more relaxed. He needs a good massage. Somebody needs to rub his neck. Because he's like this, Joe. I threw out a pitch to him in the spring training, 96.
Okay.
I sat with George Steinbrenner. I did all these commercials for ESPN. They're legendary commercials. It was a guy playing Abe Lincoln and me, revitalizing baseball. And they're great commercials. It was like the funniest crap ESPN ever did. And you got to find it somewhere.
Okay.
It's me on the road. And anyway, I was in Tampa. They opened up the Legends Field. And they let me throw out a pitch. I think I threw like a cutter or something. Cone was like, wow. And Girardi caught the ball. I didn't know who Joe Girardi was. It was a nice pitch. I didn't blow it, And then I sat with George. I was on, the TV show, and I'm sitting with Steinbrenner. It was amazing. He had a windbreaker on. He says, we got big things about this kid Jeter, Nick. And I was like, yeah, I've heard about him. I was like, what an amazing day. What an amazing 4 days of shooting like these baseball commercials. And then my agent at the time, Marty Lesack, funny guy, he wanted me to get bats. You know Marty.
Sure. He's a diehard Yankee fan.
Crazy. He calls me what are we going to do, baby? What are we going to do, honey? I go, Marty, what do you, say something. Go out there and say something. I go, Marty, I am saying stuff every day.
Yeah, does he not see you?
No, he doesn't watch stuff. He's like, well, what happened? What do you mean, what happened? Are you not watching the game? Did you not watch my Twitter? He's hilarious. So he was like, did you get me the bat? Did you get a bat? I go, I got the bat. Don't call me 3 o'clock in the morning to find out if I got you the bat.
So Steinbrenner gave you a bat and everything like that?
All the guys I did commercials with, Barry Larkin, Darren Dalton, they all gave me bats. Wade Chicken Boggs, who I did one. Because when they won in 96, they brought me on the field. You were probably there that night, Rich. And somehow I got into the clubhouse. And I was doing interviews for some Westchester station. I had no voice. They were like, do interviews. And I was interviewing like the Yankee players, and it was hysterical. That was in 96.
Well, Girardi hit that triple to wrap the series up.
Yeah.
The Yankees winning 4 in a row against some of the big pitchers. We got Tom Glavine calling into the show in a couple of days. I think we'll probably neglect to bring this up to him. But, that was off of Maddox, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sure
Greg Maddox in Game 6, Girardi had a triple.
Yeah.
That put the
him
thing
away.
in the ice. It was all iced after that.
Oh, that was Girardi's moment. I mean, that place was rocking that night. Rocking. I mean, they lost the first 2. They won the next 3. I stayed till Saturday night. We were shooting exteriors. It was a week that I'll never forget. The other day, you know what killed me? When a guy tagged up on a fly ball to first. I said, this.
Luke Voigt.
Oh.
It was Devers who came home.
Yeah. On a fly ball. I said, I've had it. This is it. It doesn't get any worse than
Well,
that.
I hate to tell you, man, it's a 5-alarm fire right now for the Yankees.
You're right.
There's no question in my mind that they're a team that strikes out way too much, hits into way too many double plays, doesn't put the ball into play nearly enough. And I don't know how that's going to turn around unless the entire team has an epiphany and can start actually hitting. They don't have anybody from the left side. Nobody. They don't have anybody after Cole. I mean, Montgomery and Tyone and whatever.
Tyone, I don't want to hear about that.
No, I'm saying, Yankees used to be 2, 3, 4 deep. They don't have those guys anymore. I never thought I'd be wondering where Tanaka is. And then when it all comes down to it, I'll be very honest with you. You mentioned Steinbrenner's name, and he was the bane of my world when Mattingly, who's on tomorrow's show. I mean, what Steinbrenner did to Mattingly, I wanted him out. And then when Steinbrenner went away is when the Yankees finally were able to just turn to Stick Michael and Bob Watson and let them do their thing.
Right.
And Cashman was learning at their side, and that's when the Yankees with Torrey put it all together for all those years. And for me, I never thought I would say this. They need somebody like Steinbrenner to come back and kick somebody's ass.
They do.
That not every team needs that, but what happened this weekend would be right now it's just like, okay, we'll see what happens tonight because we'll see somebody's exit velocity will take care of it, and the spin rate will get to where it needs to be.
Right.
And that's the way it sort of seems to be right now.
I know. It's like they've accepted being a mediocre baseball team. And that, this is the team, but we believe in them.
Right.
And I'm like, it's not working, man. It's not, and it's not going to change. No miracles are going to happen. I realize it now. I'm not going to get excited. I don't care if they try to suck me in and try to get me up in the air because they're always going to let me down. So I'm not buying it no more the rest of the season.
Are you serious? Are you not watching games?
No, I'll be watching. I say I'm not watching, but don't believe that. That's,
okay.
That's not really true.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.